Okay, so this is part two of the video series about Candace's experience in Tallinn, Estonia through Mindvalley University. So one of the things that I was really excited about was that the other thing that you could apply to do was to be a speaker on the Mindvalley stage. So they were going to be accepting about 70 people to be a tribe speaker, and that was to speak on stage during the Mindvalley events each day. And I was chosen to be a speaker, and I was so excited. So what I decided to speak about was my whole new Soul Spark concept. And there's going to be some really amazing workshops, coming out about that. The Soul Spark came to me during my work year, just not that long ago in the winter. As I was talking to a student, I was working as a coach for the school board, and I remember asking the student, "What lights you up? Like, what makes your soul spark?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, I like that." And the Soul Spark has become this whole new, it's become my business. Like, this is what I'm going to be deeply entrenched in, and this is about the soul. So rather than being a coach, I feel like I'm a teacher, a soul teacher. So I presented about the Soul Spark, and I was up against this amazing speaker, teacher, Catherine Woodward Thomas. I had actually taken one of her quests on Mindvalley called Calling in the One, which is really interesting. I'm going to share something about that later. And so a lot of people wanted to see her. I mean, she's magnificent. So people came up to me after saying, "I really wanted to see your workshop. I wanted to be a part of it, but I was in Catherine's thing." I'm like, I don't blame you. I would have liked to have been in Catherine's workshop. So I ended up doing something else. And out of the blue, I created the Soul Search. So first I had the Soul Spark and ignite the fire within. And then I did Soul Search, unlock the wisdom within. And it was amazing. It was amazing because what I did was I came up with these questions that focus on different areas of our life. And what I had the people do was to use intuitive writing or automatic writing to not think about their answers, but to just jot down really quickly their responses to the questions I was asking them. Some people, there were questions where they didn't get anything down. And I said, That's okay. I don't think that maybe that was something that you're meant to look at right now." While other questions had people writing in a fury to get their thoughts out. And it was really, really interesting. Following that, I offered or speed coaching. So speed coaching was once again something I've never done before. And what it was to have the people who wanted to attend this ask a question based on their soul searching questions. And then I would give them some coaching insight based on my 8 principles, based on what I know about what the soul wants you to know. And it was really, really cool. So, yeah, so that's what I was really excited about, being able to do 3 different events. And I felt so much in my element. I realized this is what I meant to do. It was phenomenal. The curious thing was for the speed coaching, when they booked my times, things got mixed up. And I was like, is this like a conspiracy? Like, I'm not, because it happened the second event, they had the wrong day, and it didn't get changed until the last minute, but it worked out perfectly. There were so many people, and actually, someone came in off the street. He had said that he heard me talking and felt compelled, drawn in, he said, like Star Wars, to come hear me speak. And it was amazing. And when I talk like about it being amazing, what I mean is when you feel in your element, when you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's a phenomenal experience. When I talk about the soul spark and what lights you up, imagine it just getting bigger and brighter. And that's what I feel like when I'm doing what I feel like I'm meant to be doing. So, what happened with the speed coaching is they mixed up the time, and there was a lot of confusion because after the second workshop, I was going to do it on a Thursday in the evening at this monument near where I was staying. And then I was like, how about I do it at lunch instead when people are right there? They don't have to go out of their way. It's perfect. But then they put it at 9:30 in the morning. So there's all this confusion. And people wanted to come. They were asking me about it even the day. But when I did it at 12:30, only one person showed up. And I told this person, we waited a little bit, and I'm like, it looks like it's just me and you. And she's like, oh, I said, that's okay. I said, I could be thinking about all the people that didn't come and that it's just one person, but I think that you're exactly the person that's supposed to be here today. So right away, I looked at the experience from a place of gratitude and acceptance. And our time together was phenomenal. And while I was waiting for the event to begin, because lunch started at noon, and so I was sitting there on my own for a bit, I really needed some downtime to get ready for this speed coaching. And I did this reading for myself that I'd never done before, 3 card reading. And after I did the speed coaching with the woman, which really wasn't speed coaching, I just asked her, what's one thing from the soul searching questions that you would like further insight on? And I gave her some feedback and some information, often guided by my guides and whatever intuitive things I wanted to give to her. And then we did the reading, and the cards basically reaffirmed everything I was saying. What ended up happening down the road with this woman was she's a photographer and she does stock photos for wellness, the wellness industry. And she ended up doing a photo shoot with me, which was supposed to be a half an hour and lasted, I think, 3.5, almost 4 hours on her birthday. And it was like, it was a way that she said that she was able to give back to me for that coaching session that we had. And for me, I get to have all these amazing photos where she made me feel like I was meant to be a model. And so it's amazing how exchanges get made and how everything is exactly what it's supposed to be, especially when you see the value in it. So that's the next part I wanted to share with you. Stay tuned for part 3.